Hey guys, and welcome to FanExpo Chicago, formerly Wizard World Chicago. Now, I've been going to this convention while it was under Wizard World for many years. In fact, this was like my first convention, and it's been around for 52 years now, so it's very well established, but this is the first year it's going by FanExpo. So this is like a first impressions on like the new people in charge. And the first thing that me and my friend Scootsby, who you might remember from my Monster Prom playthrough, did was we went to a Baldur's Gate 3 panel, and it was just so amazing. Like, the vibes were impeccable in that room. And we had 3 actors from the game come to this con. We had Amelia Tyler, who plays their narrator. We had Samantha Bayard, who plays Karlak, and the one and only Neil Newbon, who plays Astarion. And they had multiple panels throughout the weekend, and this was, like I said, the first one that we went to. And there's also another one that we went to that was specifically for the more femme people in gaming and going over like their careers and everything. But I wanted to show you guys just a snippet of what was going on during the Baldur's Gate 3 panel. Just a few things that I picked up, including a very special thing at the end.
Have you been to Chicago before, you guys? Have you been before?
Yeah, a few times.
You've been a few times? What about yourselves? No.
Chicago?
Yes.
No. Brand new. I like your pizza.
The first thing we did was got a deep dish pizza. I went planted into pizza. Correct. It's very good.
Do you know what? I've been here 10 million times and I've still not had a deep dish pizza.
Do it
Do it. You must. Boom. This is going really well.
Don't listen to that man in the front. Don't listen to him. It's been a year, you guys, a whole year since this game has been released. My God, guys, still enjoying it?
Yeah!
I mean, I bet you can't hardly believe it. Like, what is your year been like? I'll start with Amelia. What's the kind of craziest, weirdest, most amazing thing that's happened
This
to
was
you?
totally normal. This was just a normal year. I mean, I kind of had everybody's plotline simultaneously, and sometimes in the same recording session, which was like having a breakdown, honestly. So it's like the whole game condensed in my brain, and I've got very bad ADHD, and things don't stay there. So somebody will recite a line to me, and I go, oh yeah, that happened, didn't it?
What about you, Samantha, when you look at Karlak now, does your opinion of the character change, having had this year personally?
Only in the telling of what people have discovered with her. So like the big one for me was ace representation. It wasn't something I really thought about. They didn't sit us down and go, well, today we're representing this group. It was just one of those things on the romance trees that there would be a point where you can go, do you know what, I don't want this to be sexual. Can we just hold hands? And guess what? The characters don't judge you. Isn't that wonderful? And I always thought I was kind of backing off from it, but I didn't realise it was a through line. You could play as ace, and that was the one thing that really surprised me. But we are playing like the ultimate lifeline of every decision you could possibly make and taking it to the end. So nothing really surprises me in that aspect because we covered as much as we could with the writing. But yeah, it's those stories coming back which don't, it just never fails to surprise me. It's just incredible how different it is to each player.
I would contradict that just for my role, just because I've played D&D and various tabletop games for years and years and years, and anybody who's done that has probably got a horror story of a GM or a DM who didn't respect their decision making in that game, and that sucks. And we didn't want that in this. We wanted something that was a dungeon master who supported whatever playstyle you wanted to have. So whether you're a paladin or Dark Urge, I'm there like, do it!
Chicago's motto is Herbs in Horto, which means city in a garden. If you had a personal motto, what would it be? Well, Neil, you laughed first, so we're going to start.
Actually, this is going to sound a little cringy, because actually I have mantras in life, and one of them that I would, if I could translate it to Latin, it's been a long time since I've done Latin.
You speak Latin in here, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's not really. Is there one Latin speaker here? Does somebody speak Latin? Can you stand up and translate for me? Sorry?
Yeah, a couple of years.
Oh, you don't leave with that. Yeah, it's been
So you might be wondering, what's the special thing? Well, around this time, Neil actually celebrated his birthday. So the presenter was like, you know what? Let's have a little bit of fun and sing to our precious vampire happy birthday. And I'm going to show you like the angle from on stage, also from where I was, just because I find it to be really, really funny.
That would be him, by the way. Yes, it was Neil's birthday very recently, so shall we sing him happy birthday? Let's do it, Neil. Okay, shall we go? 3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
It's taking it well.
Happy birthday, dear Neil. Happy birthday to you. So we spent the rest of Friday pretty much walking around on the floor, and we hit Artist Alley because I like to do my shopping at Artist Alley on a Friday. And I also like to go and try to talk to the artist that day because Friday is always the calm day. Saturday is the more hectic day, and then Sunday is kind of like the calm day, but also everybody's really exhausted and doesn't really want to talk or stay too long, and you have shorter time with people at their booths. And I just find Fridays to be like the best day to do the shopping and to do the talking. And in fact, this was also the day that I got my Neil Newbon photo because I signed up to get the photo and to get the autograph. And I have to say that I'm so glad it turned out so nice because I thought I made a complete fool of myself. And I even made it into the reel for Blue Owls Medics con reel with Neil. And I'm so glad I didn't make a fool of myself. All in all, it was a good Friday, and I have to say that my expectations were getting up there. I really liked the atmosphere, I liked the people, and yeah, I was really excited. So we'll close out on day 1 and move on to day 2. So now we're on to day 2, which pretty much just consisted of me meeting up with my friend Kim. So it was me, Scootsby, and Kim, and it was hot that day too. Like all those people in there, and the temperature was like a lot, so it was hot. But the first thing that we did was we went and got Kim a lightsaber because she's been wanting one for a while now, and we went to Legion sabers because these ones are actually ones that you can like fight with, so they're pretty durable. And then at a point, the heat just got to be too much. So we went over to this booth that was selling fans. I got the Bone Daddy one. And also, look at this. So Butch Hartman was there for autographs and pictures, and he also had a booth for the garden. Like, I didn't think I'd see that in the wild. But pretty much my part of the convention was sitting, waiting for Neil Newbon autograph session, which took a long time, but it was worth it. He was a very nice dude. In fact, I wrote about it on my Tumblr. You can check out that post there. Anyway, we went to eat at this place that was at like the little pavilion center up in Rosemont where the convention center is. And it was pretty good considering I got like a brisket, grilled cheese, and yeah, it was pretty good considering. Also, if you're in the area, get the beer. It's really good. So now we come to day 3, which is often the more quiet day of a con because it's Sunday. There's not a lot of people there. It's kind of like Friday. Everybody's tired, walking around, just doing a few things before the con closes because typically the hours are early to close. And we were on our way to a Voices of Gaming panel. And we noticed it on the schedule yesterday, and we're like, oh, well, we need to make sure that we get there in time for that, but we were running behind a little bit. But it turned out to be like a really good panel. I have a little bit of footage from it. The audio's not the best, so I didn't really include that in there, but I wonder if you might be able to find the panel online somewhere. Oh, but I did want to point out, so you see that Disney photo shoot over there on the left-hand side? If you play Twisted Wonderland, there was an Azul Ashen Grotto cosplayer with like 2 little stuffed leeches on their shoulder for Jade and Floyd. And if we weren't running late, you can see them like right over there. If we weren't running late, I would have loved to take a picture. But yeah, we were like, we're not gonna make it to this panel. We need to go. But I love that cosplay. Oh, I love it when I see other Twisted Wonderland fans, and I even got some merch that you guys will see later. But yeah, so the Voices of Gaming panel, I really wanted to hear more from Amelia, Tyler, and Samantha Baird on their experiences just in voice acting in general. Because for women and for femme presenting people, it seems to still be a very difficult position to be in, especially when engaging with fans and fandoms where you may not be as involved in but have like a role in it. Or if you are, and like how much you need to like distance yourself from that just so you don't become too involved and too attached. You know, it's a very creator-minded thing that I was looking into. But after that, we also went back to Artist Alley to find like a few more things that we wanted. And actually, we went over to this local comic creator by the name of Scott Larson, who creates a comic called Visitations that's based on like Chicago and a very famous cemetery here. And he even does like ghost tours and stuff, but he only sells at conventions, which I thought was interesting. So yeah, if you're in the Chicago area and you want to catch him, you can only catch him at cons. But my find of the day was this double-sided I Love Lucy pillow with Lucy and Ricky on one side and then Ethel and Fred on the other. I had to get both. I cannot separate Lucy and Ethel. And then I also got Amelia Tyler to sign my Baldur's Gate poster, which I had Neil sign the day before. She wrote something very funny. She asked if I wanted a serious quote or a funny quote, and I said funny, and she did. And then I looked at Neil's, and I don't know what it says, so we're hoping for the best. All right, this is day 3 of FanExpo Chicago, and we're wrapping up. I got my friend Kim behind the camera. Hey! And I have to say, this is probably not a lot of footage for day 3 other than this, mainly because we kind of already did everything for day 2 and day 1. I got my Amelia Tyler autograph and I bought some more stuff, and that'll be in the haul section. But yeah, that's it for this. So I actually liked it. I think I'll come back next year. What you think, Kim?
Oh yeah, it was great.
Come back next time. Yeah. All right, y'all. That's it. So after we left, we decided to go back over to the little bank pavilion to get something to eat, and we went to this little like seafood place, and it was actually really good. Look at that! Like, put your hand next to it. The comparison. Like,
it's enormous.
I think the order of operations is that, and then these. Yeah. All in all, I had a fantastic time. I needed to go to at least one con this year, and I'm glad that it ended up being FanExpo. So the next con that I'm planning to go to will be C2E2 in 2025, and I really look forward to that. Baldur's Gate cast will be back again, so I'm looking forward to seeing a few new additions as well as some regular faces, I guess. And yeah, stay tuned for my haul video. But this is KylaTea signing out, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.